Hi, I'm Brian Painter, columnist of the Oklahoman, and today I'm joined by Chuck May, Vice President of Public Affairs for AAA Oklahoma. Thank you very much for coming in today, Chuck.
Oh, my pleasure, Brian.
Today we're going to talk about winter driving. Chuck, we're in a rush world, and why does that need to change during icy, snowy conditions or even potentially severe conditions?
Well, you're exactly right, Brian. We live in this hurry-up world where we have an appointment that's 15 minutes away, and we'll take 15 minutes. We'll allow 15 minutes to get there. And perpetually, we're always trying to get more done, and our time is so stretched. We're always in a hurry. Then if something does happen to delay us, like a train or a construction delay or a crash, then we become a frustrated driver, an angry driver, a road rage infused driver and sometimes as well. So remember, with the bad conditions, ice and snow, that it will take you longer to get to where you need to go. Allow that cushion of time and just decide that you're going to drive more slowly, you're going to drive more friendly, and you're going to take your time to get there in one piece. Many people here in Oklahoma drive on icy conditions the same way they drive on dry conditions, particularly those who are in maybe a pickup truck or an SUV who think that their vehicle, being maybe all four-wheel drive or something like this, can handle it. But that all four-wheel drive vehicle will slide and go just as far in a braking situation on the ice as your two-wheel drive vehicle will.
What are some things that I can do to prepare, things I need to make sure I have done before the bad winter weather arrives, Chuck?
Well, make sure your car is roadworthy. Take some time to check its shoes. Make sure those tires are up to snuff. Check the tread. Make sure they're properly inflated. Properly inflated tires not only improve your fuel economy, but it is a safety factor as well. You can maintain better control of that vehicle with properly inflated tires. And don't think that decreasing the inflation in the tire is going to increase your traction. That is proven to be not true. It'll actually wear the tire more quickly. The battery is the heart and soul of your vehicle. Make sure it's up to snuff. Batteries are not maintenance free forever. Yeah, you don't add water like you used to, but they won't last forever. You need to check that battery every couple of years. Batteries only last about 4 or 5 years anyway, so if you have any questions about your battery, have it checked. The fluids under the hood, certainly your oil, your brake fluid, transmission fluid, and the coolant, the antifreeze. Make sure it's at least at that minimum level on the overflow tube. And then finally, you want to look at the windshield wiper blades. Make sure they're not cracked or frayed, because you'll use those windshield wiper blades a lot in the kind of the splash and spray season that we find here in Oklahoma during the winter months.
And they probably take a beating with that ice, too.
That's exactly right. If you can use a de-icing spray the night before, if your car sits out overnight, Prestone makes a good one. There are others as well that you can spray on the windshield. If you're expecting ice the next morning, it just slides right off.
Let's say I'm out on the road and I do get stranded. And even worse yet, I'm where my cell phone's not getting a real good signal or no signal at all. What are some things that I can do if I'm stranded during severe winter weather?
Well, if you're in a place where you're not safe, where you're at the side of the road maybe and there's not a convenience store close by that you can walk to, if you really are stranded in the middle of nowhere, so to speak, stay with the vehicle, open the hood. That's kind of an international signal of distress, whether it's a flat tire or whatever the case may be. Open that hood, tie a brightly colored handkerchief or a scarf on the door handle. If you have a send help banner for the back window, put that in there. But stay in the vehicle, doors locked and windows closed, hoping that someone will stop and offer assistance. And when they do stop, don't think it's going to be someone that's there to help you. It may be, a wolf in sheep's clothing that may be there to prey upon you as a sitting duck, so to speak. Simply roll the window down a couple of inches and say, "Can you please send help on down the road?"
Thanks again for coming in today. I really appreciate you going over those tips. For more on this subject, read Don Gamble's story in the Know It Winter Survival Special on newsok.com. Thanks, Chuck.
My pleasure.